yo, it's your boy Jacob.
Adam.
That's Pat.
He's dead, and it's your boy Skinny Penis.
I'm Henry.
I'm Gabe.
No, he's not.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Duncan.
We don't know any English anymore on this.
It's real estate. Yeah, that's what's up with the Cram Session podcast. So we are back at it again after 8th month hiatus. That's kind of awkward. Yeah, last time we recorded one was November.
Yeah, last time I recorded cancer, so.
Yeah, seriously. Dude, last time I recorded this I had a clown haircut, so whatever.
Clown hair.
Yeah, seriously. Semester 1 Jacob, have you seen that?
Yeah.
Literally, why did I do that? Why did I do that?
Yo, I looked at my
many times.
yearbook photo and like low key, I hit myself up like all the time about how fucking ugly I am. But low key, I look nothing like I did back then. Like
Yeah.
semester
No,
one.
Yeah.
dude, my yearbook photo is crap.
No, yeah, because for the yearbook, they the cameraman goes in
Bro, like we're
Photoshop
not
and gets
superheroes. Like, why did they make it themed like that?
and gets rid of all blemishes. And Jacob, it's like it looks like he's wearing the makeup. It made it
I look
worse.
like a clown.
looks
I
so
look
bad.
like a clown.
Your lips looked really pink. That's
I
all
looked.
remember.
Yeah, all our lips looked pink and all our teeth looked orange.
We're all virgins.
Not to mention Jacob can't physically smile on command. He has.
I
to
just
laugh.
refuse to.
Yeah.
You know,
Billie Eilish.
smiling is a primary sign of fear in primates. So whenever I see someone smiling, I just see a chimpanzee begging for its life.
Thank
You're
you.
literally Billie Eilish. Holy crap. She said something so similar. Pat's just fucking dying over here.
Pat's gonna fall asleep in the middle of this.
Pat's just not even in the podcast.
Yeah. By the way, this is literally 10 p.m. We are literally exhausted. They went in the pool. We played like a hell of basketball, even though I did nothing.
And Henry can't throw a damn pass.
True.
Oh my
Henry just
god.
ripped ass
Henry
in
my
Joe's
face.
face.
Oh, it's stinky.
Yeah, you're gonna be expecting that soon by being
God
Damn.
damn. This is a fucking cloud.
Yeah.
No,
I don't care.
Anyways, guys. So we guys need... Okay, hold up. We need to catch you up on everything that's happened since November. Because, you know, a lot's happened, I guess. 8 months. So it's a semester now. School's over. I mean, obviously it's summer. Gabe is a dumbass little bitch.
Sounds like a freaking otter.
Chewbacca impression.
Yes, please.
That's what's up.
Dude, that audio.
Splice.
Okay, so 8 months. There have been 2 dances, 2 trips, and 1 hell of a semester too. That's right, baby.
Can I shout
Freshman
myself
year.
out?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so it's your boy Joe, and if you like NBA dunks and highlights and stuff, follow me at Next Gen Highlights. There's a camera right here, just like you. Thanks, bro.
That's right.
We got self promoters on here.
Yeah.
If you want to check me out, go to egirls.com. I'll be one of the first.
Wait, you're the girl on that website that I keep looking at?
Dude.
No. I can't be seen with you.
Cassandra?
No. It was like Lauren, like
Weasel.
Rick Weasel?
Henry literally just ran. Even
We're not
though there's
racist.
like nothing to run from.
And
We're
you
not
really
racist.
slipped.
Yeah, we're not racist. We do not condone racism in any fashion.
What do you mean?
We're talking.
you're not racist.
Joe, we're not going.
There's like,
there.
what do you mean? I like racism. You have that.
No. Hey, no.
Joe stays close to the mic.
I'm a lover of all black people and Asian. And
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
hence was the point.
Racism. That's a love for them, okay? A genuine respect. God.
Yeah.
It's just.
I really hope other people don't see this.
They do.
Oh,
though.
they do. We get like 50 views.
You gotta bleep that part out. That was just for comedy.
All right, so semester 2. This is how it's gone down. Pat's already sick.
We're all still virgins, sadly.
I'm not a
We're
virgin.
15. It's not even the age of consent.
And
I'm
I'm not a
16.
Goddamn, Gabe.
Just single player sex.
Can you not mention your penis for 5 minutes? Thank you.
Bro, I'm like male Amy Schumer out here.
Yeah, seriously. All the time.
Okay, I'm done.
So we had so the first highlight of semester 2 was I think it was January or February.
Sorry, Pat just had... So
Yikes.
anyways, Jacob...
His legs were
Yikes.
shaking and his eyes rolled to the back of his head with delight. His hair stood up on end, as it always does.
Bitch looks like Sonic the Hedgehog.
I like how your voice quivered when you said that.
Just playing Pat, I
I
love
fear.
you.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I fear Sonic. For Sonic listens
Gabe
to
keeps
everything I
touching me
say.
with his feet. I'm not gay.
Damn it.
$3 donation.
Give the
Guys, I'm not gay.
Press X to doubt.
Alright, so alright, let's not interrupt Jacob.
Okay, so if you guys have anything, so before the DC trip, and we'll just call it the DC trip for a reason. Before the DC trip, do any of you guys want to fill the audience? Is there anything you want to fill the audience in on in terms of context for
I'm single and
the
ready
semester?
to mingle.
True.
Dude, I love that Henry's like actually in this now because he's like a rising freshman.
Yeah.
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 No, I can be in this like as a full-time person now because I'm a high schooler.
All right, phase 1, the trip to DC. This was a wild part of our time in semester 2, and it was the first real thing that happened. Because, as
Real
you know...
thing. All
Yeah,
other
yeah, yeah.
things didn't exist
Hey, Joe's got to tell that
before
story.
then.
Okay, Joe.
Tell the story
So the
about
first thing we
you-
want to talk about for
is
the
your
trip
bet.
to DC,
The bet.
the bet.
Oh, the
The big-
legendary.
In South
bet.
Carolina. South Carolina.
Alrighty. So
Mike.
we went to this resting place, like this little like truck stop that people stop to
Yeah,
like go to the
border of South
bathroom and stuff
Carolina
like
and
that. And so, there was like this little like lake down there, and everybody went to just like go see because we were in the bus for like I don't know like 3 or 4 hours in. And we went down there, and there was a lake, and there was a really long tree going into the water that had fallen over. And so Gabe was down there with me, and he goes, $20 if you go cross that and come back. And I said, okay. And so he's like, wait, for real? And I was like, yeah. And me being, like, having no sleep and, you know, just, I don't think things over. I just went in with my phone in my pocket and my headphones still on and my wallet in my pocket and everything. And I just started crossing the log. And next thing you know, there's, like, 50 people cheering me on. And,
Go, Uncle
and
Joe.
so...
It was like...
And so I got all the way to the end, and I was doing fine, but I knew when I pivoted I would have trouble because like you can do like perfectly fine. You can walk a straight line pretty easy, but once you pivot, that's like the hard thing. So as soon as I pivoted, I just felt my back like go like back a little bit, and so I tried to stop myself from going back. So I went forward, and as soon as I went forward, then I fell on my butt onto the tree, and then threw my arms behind my back and grabbed onto the tree. Like, with my arms wrapped around the tree, like, the back was on my tree. I don't know how to explain it, like, over audio. You just have to see it.
He wrapped his
It looks
arms
like
behind the
Jesus being crucified or something, so.
And his legs were dipping into the water.
And no, it was, like, all the way up to, like,
Yeah, bro.
here.
It was crazy.
It was, like, up to, like, my thighs. And then I tried to get back up on the tree, and I fell in, like, almost all the way. Like, to the point where, like 1/4 of my phone got in. And so then I got up finally on the tree and I ran off, but it was like really funny. And
Yeah, it
anyways,
was.
I got my $20 and
That was
in my phone, and my headphones somehow didn't fall off, and my wallet were all fine. It was really funny though. It was worth it. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Was
It was
it worth
great.
the
Should we just play the
$20?
audio? Should we just play the audio for
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah, do that.
I can insert the video.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. No, Joe, don't worry about it.
You want to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Alright, here's the video, guys. Welcome back!
That's an amazing video, huh? Anyway.
Dude, that was it. Dude, ups and downs, just a thrill ride in general. That was an amazing video.
Here, we need to.
Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Cram Session.
Make sure
for
to
more
like that
wacky
smash button.
podcasts. Like that smash button? Let's go.
Like that smash button.
Alright, so what should we cover next
Smite
about
that
the
lash button.
DC trip?
Okay, let's stop.
Alright,
Yeah.
DC trip,
Okay,
what else
so
we doing?
honestly, like a lot of people,
I don't
want
wanna,
to I don't want to like gossip about him though. Like I don't want to say like
Address him by an alias.
Okay,
Say Steve.
yeah,
Yeah.
Steve. Okay, we'll go by Steve. Okay.
Minecraft
But anyways, we're not gonna talk about that for now. So
Oh,
honestly, like whenever like I go on like a long like car trip or whatever, I like really enjoy it. Like I always feel like I like have like if especially on this one, I felt like I had a whole school to talk to. Like I went to the back, I went to the front. I talked with like everyone, and like you know I listen to music, I watch shows, I watch movies. Like it was just super like fun. So like honestly, like going there, I mean going back was a little less fun, but like. You know, going there, like, I had, like, a really good time just, like, on the bus. Like, especially, like, after I jumped in, because I had to, like, get, like, you know, like, get my suitcase and put all my stuff and rush back off, because we had to, like, make good time and stuff like that. So, like, after getting onto the bus, like, everybody's, like, cheering and stuff like that, which is, like, hilarious.
Didn't
but
you have to go to Walmart and buy new shoes?
I had to go
Oh
to
yeah, we went to
Walmart
Walmart and bought
and
them
buy
crappy off-brand shoes
Yeah.
that actually
Yes,
are comfortable.
that became, like, a legendary joke, and now everybody calls them fake Hirachis.
Yeah.
So.
Also, you guys both bought watches, and like one of them didn't fit. I
Oh yeah,
think.
we bought like
Gabe
fake
was
Rolexes.
trash. Mine was amazing.
Yeah.
Mine was not trash.
Also, we
That
went to
was-
Subway, and then Gabe did something really stupid. Okay, care to tell the audience?
Okay, yeah, let's do this. All right, so we was at Subway. We were ordering sandwiches. That's what they're called. And I walked up to the guy, and he was like, "Yo, what you want?" And I was like, "I'm Italian, so I'm gonna get a meatball sub."
Exact.
And
words.
he looked at me for like 3 seconds, blinked twice, and then was like, "Okay, what you want on it?"
Dude, what kind of
Me
server
and
are you
Scout,
trying
me
to?
and Scout and Jake were just like dying laughing.
Yeah.
in the back.
I'm Italian.
Oh yeah,
so I'm
Scout.
gonna meatball
Scout.
sub.
Okay, so Scout was part of our squad for the entire thing, but unfortunately he's in Europe right now. Okay, I want to expand more on that bus ride topic. I think the bus ride was really cool, both there and back, just because it's like the people at the school who you know, but like the
Okay,
pressure, and like
They
all this
are.
the social whatever nonsense of school is just kind of lifted off. You can just kind of be yourself and be your element, and it's like kind of cool because people like.
So you throw snowballs at each other and coach goes and beat your ass.
Okay, well they were at the 9/11 memorial.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, we- no,
Dude,
no,
we should
we were-
talk about that now that
Yeah, we were at the
Okay.
Pentagon Memorial, and a bunch of the junior boys started throwing snowballs
And
at
I
each
got
other.
so mad. Like, you were
Yeah,
there.
because
You
that's
saw
not
it.
cool. That's
I
not cool.
genuinely got mad. I was like, y'all, seriously, like, we should not be doing this. I didn't say we. I said y'all because like I wasn't even doing it. And then they just kept on throwing, and they were like throwing it up in the air, and they like hit like one of the little stone things that had the names in them and stuff like that. And I was like, yo, like seriously, stop. And then coach comes over here and like cusses them out on the side, and I was like, I literally told y'all. And then Luke being the junior cocky little
Son of a bitch.
Pat finally enters in on that moment.
Son of a bitch.
that little, guy then, shut up, Joe, you're a freaking freshman. I'm like, okay, so?
Yeah.
Freaking green bean, I'll be dressed.
It'll
Yeah,
be.
bro, Luke is basically like the width of
A skeleton.
no, of like a playing card.
I'm right
A
here
playing card.
playing.
But dude, it's gonna be hard for me being a freshman next year because
I'm not
to
bullying
all
him.
other grades in high school, being a freshman automatically makes your point invalid. So
Dude, but
Yeah.
you're like freaking Henry. We're gonna adore you. We're
like
gonna-
a senior could kill someone and you're a freshman and you call them out on it and they're like, you're a freshman, so you're gay.
Let's murder him, dude.
Yeah. So
Actually, let's just bring in a topic. Henry, what do you think like next year's gonna be like, especially without Miss Mahogany and
Oh.
Miss?
Stag.
Stag.
Is that?
Yeah, that was it. That was
Stag,
it.
yeah.
Okay, Miss Stag.
So, these sophomore boyos I have with me,
That was
Had-
very
I'm
gay.
bullying you, Henry.
had
What was that laugh?
hey,
That's it.
I'll tell you what, Patrick. Anyway, these guys had two very hard papers that were kind of controversial.
Bless you.
And they're leaving next year, so I don't have to deal with them. So I feel like mainly because of that, my freshman year is gonna be a lot easier. It's still gonna be hard, but I feel
Especially
like y'all
without
got
Miss
it.
Mahogany.
Yeah, y'all got it really rough this year.
For those who are new viewers, she was our dreaded biology and physical science teacher.
She was not dreaded. She was aight.
Dude, are you serious? I'm literally about to vent right now.
No,
Wait, we gotta talk about the story. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
No.
you go.
Okay. Vent time. I'm serious up in here.
Okay, you are going to destroy the microphone.
I don't care. Okay.
Keep it
Just
up.
because Gabe just said that, I'm mad now. All right.
Ask me if you've been.
It's Jasmine Mahogany.
Bitch ass.
This woman literally stayed on me in class for 15 minutes on 3 separate questions. I didn't get any of them right because I stayed up doing something for ancient history.
Which
is the worst
class you can ever take.
True that. And she stayed on me for 15 minutes of class. One student just questioning me and criticizing every little bit of my work. You guys remember this. Everybody was saying it was ridiculous.
showed up late to this, but
And then she got talked to by the office because they were like, you should not be spending 15 minutes on a student. I was like depressed out of that day. I felt like I was like the most dumb person ever. Like, I mean, I am, but like still, like that just sucks to like really, really know. And like I felt like I wasn't. I felt like if I just did my work better, which I could have, but I mean, I would have been staying up till like 5.
Yeah, I feel
Like, Like, you don't do that. Like, no matter who that was to. Like, even if, like, Jacob just didn't know a certain topic somehow. But, like, you know, if Jacob just didn't know a certain topic or something like that, and she asked him. Not only that, but Jacob, you're, like, right 90% of the time. She'd be like, no, it's this. And then we'd all look it up in the textbook. Anyways. But, yeah.
Yikes.
Wait, we gotta talk about the wave story.
Yeah, and so, anyways.
Hashtag who's mad.
Me and Gabe, like, were watching these videos, and... we were laughing because there were just like funny things to laugh at. There's just like these animals doing weird things and stuff. So okay.
Was it possibly phallic?
I like how in the audio you get quieter and quieter.
And then it just starts erupting again. Okay, anyways.
That is what it did.
Alright, let's continue. Joe.
And so, anyways, we were sitting in class, and she calls me out when Gabe literally is turning around every 5 seconds, just going like right at my face. So I got sent out to the hall, and then so I'm just trying to keep a dead straight face, anyways, because whenever I'm in like a super serious situation that I don't find that serious, then I just tend to laugh. Like when I get in trouble, then I just laugh. Like I'm not asleep. And then, so I got sent out, and I was, like, already trying to keep it together, and I just looked through the door, and Gabe makes eye contact with me. He, like, moves his head like a giraffe out towards me, sticks out his arm, like, as long as he can, doesn't even bend it, and just waves it like a solid, like, stick, and does, like, a clown face, and I just start dying laughing, and she goes, you don't find this serious? And I go, no, Gabe was waving to me from the classroom, and then Gabe gets called out, and he says this.
Oh yeah, she's like, were you trying to get Joe in trouble? And I was like, yes.
It was so funny.
Like, I'm not gonna say no, I was waving at him so I could ask him if he wanted to buy some ATP.
I need that energy, boy.
Y'all got any some
Glucose?
Glucose? Pyruvate acid? I want to talk about that bus ride to DC again.
Okay.
I liked near the end, like we were in, I think it was Richmond, Virginia. He's chuckling because I said virgin. Like
no. Joe has his leg up on the desk, and he's like softly scratching the underside of his leg.
Oh my god!
But it looks so perverted.
Gabe can literally, and I mean literally, turn anything sexual. Someone will literally be like touching a lamp, and he'd be like, "Oh, what if that's a ball sack?"
Well then.
What? Accurate.
Yeah, I know, right?
Very true.
I mean,
He's not wrong. Yeah, I will even agree to that sometimes.
Whenever somebody says you're so sexual, and they know Gabe, then I literally just can say, you know Gabe's more sexual, and they'll all agree.
Gabe is the kind of guy to be in a public restroom and be next to a guy in a urinal, and he like peeks over to look at the guy in the urinal.
I would never have the courage to do that.
Seriously.
Yeah, if Pat became like Joel Embiid, like freaking 7-1, he wouldn't even like he would just retire from the NBA, keep his contract, and just go into urinals and stare at guys with big beans. Big beans.
Give me them beans, boys.
I'm gonna refer to those from now on, just beans.
Jack and the beanstalk.
Jack and the beanstalk.
Okay, so back on Richmond, Virginia.
You hear that?
So I like how everybody just kind of got out of their shell on the bus ride. Like, I know a lot of people in the class don't do that.
I definitely got out of my shell.
Yeah, but everyone just
I
themselves.
was JP.
That was like one of my favorite memories, honestly. Those last few hours of the bus ride.
Yeah.
Everybody was just out of their shell. They were just laughing, enjoying themselves. Yeah.
Keep going, Jacob.
Okay. And it's just kind of cool to see that, because most of the time in school, I just see everybody just kind of like not. It's not like they're not socializing, but they're just so bottled up and masked. It's insane how people just like to repress themselves so much. It makes people comfortable, and it doesn't make me comfortable. I'm literally willing to do almost anything in front of almost anyone for almost any amount of money.
Joe.
That's not true though, Jacob. Like in school, like just in general, you're like a much smarter person. Like you're a much safer person. Like you're not like someone like if somebody's like, yo, just jump off this 20-foot ledge and I'll give you $10 or something like that. You're not like.
That's because I would die.
But like no, that's not how you die. 20-foot ledge. I would jump off that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. See, I would do that. You wouldn't. So like I mean, I feel like to maybe an extent that's true. Like if they were like, I don't know, like.
If I want to do it, I will do it.
Yeah, but I mean, I just feel like you're like
smarter than like most boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I won't do something.
No
I won't
doubt.
do something for like clout or like just because somebody told me
I don't
to.
do it for
My
clout. I
boy
just do it 'cause I
Gabe.
think
Yeah.
it's funny. Like most
Yeah,
of the
me
time.
too.
I just do it. I just do things if I want. You know. I just do whatever I want.
Yeah. And that kind of sounds bad, but it's not as bad as the
Yeah, like,
when it's like
of-
in the context of this.
I have
Yeah.
standards, of course, but still. I think it's kind of stupid how people find they have to abide by these inflated social rules that have been concocted by the inner machinations of a 15-year-old girl's deep and repressed inner soul.
Yeah. Hold on. Can we pause?
Yo, actually,
Adam, can you say a sentence?
No.
Thank you. All right.
You're welcome.
Anyway.
Also, Pat.
Adam can
something.
say as many or as little sentences as he wants. Thank you.
It's a free podcast. It's America.
So these are the top searches on Google when "school makes me" is put in. School makes me depressed. School makes me suicidal. School makes me anxious. School makes me cry. School makes me feel stupid. School makes me sick. School makes me so tired. School makes me sad. School makes me tired again. So instead of so tired, and then school makes me so stressed. And then the Department of Education is just like, I don't see the problem here.
Yeah, seriously.
Like,
School
there's
makes me gay for Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Nice
Like
one,
on
Gabe.
like
Thank
like
you.
on a serious note, we're gonna get like into like, because we had like
Yeah.
deep talks last time and that was like pretty good.
Yeah, I like
But-
the talks.
Like, and so
Pat.
Pat's just sitting over here rapping. The mic's about to pick up everything because he's just getting louder at the
Oh
minute.
my god.
You guys might want to leave the room if I was you.
Was that a threat?
Yeah, it's gonna
He
smell
just
like
lifted up both of his legs and he's like, guys better leave the room if I was
He
you.
did
that.
more.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It
Pat.
actually
You
does
guys need
smell
to
really
leave the
bad.
room. God
Shit,
damn.
that's an egg salad sandwich right there.
Told
God.
you.
Oh my god,
It's the
Pat.
worst smelling thing in the universe.
Pat's been like smoking egg whites.
Can we talk about that thing you were saying about the Google search thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like honestly, oh my god, dude, Jesus Christ.
Right.
It
Cut
literally
out
sounds
the
like I'm
farts.
pumping.
Yeah.
Alright,
Alright, cut back.
deep talks. Okay, start right now. Okay. Seriously though, like I feel like school, like that's my pillow.
You took my seat.
No, you don't get a fart and then steal my pillow.
Democracy.
Stop!
Oh my gosh, Get
They're,
off him! Get off him!
Having sexual activity on a Christian podcast.
I think it's unfair to say school is the cause of all suffering.
Well, honestly, I disagree. Like I feel like
Well, not all of it. You can say a lot of it, but you can't say all of it.
We are the causes of our own suffering, no matter what.
okay, so like honestly, like
Pat is a cave.
Pat.
Pat looks like the like dude from Megamind.
Pat, stop rapping. You're wasting time.
no, for real.
Alright, Pat, seriously, stop.
I guarantee that they can't hear me.
They can definitely hear you.
They can hear you.
It's
that mic
picking
picks up a
yeah,
lot.
This might fix up
Let's
a
see.
lot.
Hey, everybody, be quiet.
Okay. Here's
Look right
here's
there.
Pat rapping.
Doing it. Doing it.
It's barely picking up.
See?
But you were singing louder than that. You were
Yeah.
doing the thing for clout. You're doing the thing for clout.
Alright,
Everybody need to
guys, let's seriously cut back. Stop rapping. You're gonna pollute
I
the
can't.
audio.
That song is stuck in my head.
Well, stop. Just
Well, then sing it in your head,
hum it.
bitch.
Or just sing it in your head. Alright, go back. 3, 2, 1, now.
Okay. So honestly, like I feel like oh wow, I was about to call myself Splash Daddy. Okay, So
Alright, go ahead, Joe.
Who among you fellows are homosexual?
I don't know, cause like we're like too young to like know what like the real world is like, you know, like 100%.
Yeah.
And like I know when you get out there, like jobs are like a lot more tough and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like I don't like a lot of the stuff that we learn. We don't like necessarily need like for like later life skills. Like basics, yeah. Like we need to like know how to talk and know how to like use proper grammar and know how to do like basic math and stuff like that. But like they don't teach us how to like do our taxes or anything or practice a signature or like anything like that. Like they don't tell us like what age we should like properly be doing things. Like it's just all stuff like getting to the point like this year in math. Like Pat, like are we ever gonna have to use that again?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, we don't have to use that like again. Like it's just like stuff. It's just like putting something into another thing and
solving it. Like,
We're trying to like.
he's
find the
so
area of the
sexual,
triangle.
dude. He's so sexual. I'm literally talking about a math problem
Hey,
as I'm
Adam?
putting something into another, and I just see Gabe, and he's like,
Adam was thinking of the same thing.
no. As soon as you turned to him, he started smiling.
What is one brain cell plus one primate equal?
It's frickin' Jake or Gabe.
Jake Paul?
No.
Gabe Smith.
Gabe Smith.
Anyways, but
Also,
I
1
mean-
inch of penis.
Hey,
I obviously think that we need to go like through school, like through 18, and like yeah, sure, some of that stuff like we could definitely learn, but I feel like we need to learn like a lot more about like life skills, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like even though like there's college and stuff, I feel like there should be like classes that like help you kind of decide what you want to do, because like a lot of people just end up lost or like they don't think about it enough, you know, and then they get into college and they still don't know what to do, you know.
yeah.
And then they end up just like, you know, getting like a bad job or something like that. Usually, anyways, I haven't heard anybody that's like not really figured out. And I mean, there's obviously those like stories about like somebody that was just, you know, a drug addict till 30 and then just became like a crazy real estate owner, and now he's like $3 million like a year, you know. But I mean, I feel like we need to have like classes like deciding what we want to do, like what we're passionate about, you know. And like, I mean, like, I don't know if this is true or not, but I mean, when I like doing jobs, like for example, like sometimes like I'll like go hardcore in basketball practice or something like that. Like I kind of consider that a job because I'm like giving it my all. I mean, I'm not like, you know, like flipping burgers at McDonald's or something, but like, you know, like it's like it's work, you know. And I mean, I like it, like I enjoy it, but it's like also work. So I mean, I enjoy it. So like when people say, you know.
Continue.
When people say that if you pick a job that you love, it's like you're never working or whatever the saying is.
Oh yeah,
then
it's if you find
What-
a job you
what?
love, you'll never have to work a day in your life.
That's what it is. So I just want to hear y'all's opinions, like, because I feel like a lot, like school like adds like a lot of pressure, like once you get into high school and stuff like that, about topics that we like really don't like necessarily need to learn.
Okay, I know some of you may disagree with me, but I think life is kind of good. I mean, I agree with all your points, but I'm just
Uh-huh.
I'm just
No,
expecting
I'm not
that.
saying that like life is bad. I'm
Yeah,
just I'm
none
just
of us
saying that,
are saying that.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I know.
saying like
I'm not-
education
I'm
can be
saying
like
I'm not
really
disagreeing.
hard sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I completely agree with that.
Yeah, can we
I'm
just...
saying I find kind of life to be good because it is difficult.
Yeah.
I find pride in knowing that I can overcome the challenges that life provides me, and every day I can keep going strong and keep being myself despite all of these things that are leveled against me. If I was never tested on my ability to stay true to who I am, based on all of the world's principles, ideas, and clashing ideologies, I would never really know if I was actually capable of being myself. I think it's
Yeah.
kind of cool that life is kind of tough on me.
Yeah, that was one of the seniors' quotes was, failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor.
Oh yeah, that was JT.
JT.
Yeah, it's
Well,
JT.
I'm not saying like no. Even if we did fix like the system or whatever, and we made it more like I'm saying like where it prepares you for like future life, right? Like I'm not saying that like it's not gonna be perfect. I'm not like putting it in like a perfect world, you know.
Yeah.
We're looking at pictures of Patrick on the side. If you hear any snickering in the background.
Like Adam, what do you think about it?
The whole like school system stuff.
Yeah,
Honestly, it's you know, to not curse, it's terrible.
yeah,
And I think we can all agree that it's terrible.
Yeah, I feel you.
It could definitely be improved, especially high school and college. I'd
Yeah.
say. High school, they don't prepare you enough, like you said.
they don't.
And then in college, you end up with all these people who will just choose some course that they don't really even care about. Like,
Yeah.
literally,
You
I
could-
see it all the time.
Dude, you and me are like on the same point. North voice crack, go.
Like, so many college students, they'll just waste all their years in college.
Yeah,
Like you do like $500,000 for something that's basically useless and
And
never.
sure,
Yeah,
like,
like-
you get a degree, but then you can only apply to certain jobs that you don't even like.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you just can't enjoy your life as much.
So I want to continue about this tangent for DC. There's a lot of DC things that are cool. I'll try to go in order. So basically, we were in there for about like 3 or 4 days. Let's see, what happened after the show?
We're surrounded.
No, that happened later. That happened
That
later.
happened much later.
We need to address that eventually.
Yeah,
in the
we're-
podcast,
we're
'cause
going
that's
to.
amazing.
We went to Chinatown.
Oh, that was fun. Without
Yeah.
Pat, because Pat is
We had
a
a good
junior,
picture.
basically.
Love me long
Oh, yeah.
time.
Love me long time,
Love
long
me
time.
Oh wait, can we say the no homo story?
Oh, yes.
Guys, no
yes.
homo.
I forgot
Say
about
the
that.
no homo story.
So wait, so we were in Chinatown. We were just kind of like walking around. We go to this one restaurant. It's a Chinese restaurant. So we're here. It's a pretty good restaurant. It's really quiet, and these people obviously aren't like native English speakers. Oh God. So this dude comes. We've all taken our orders, I think. This dude comes around, puts all the plates down, and then who says thank you? Who says thank you?
I did.
Yeah, Gabe's like thank you, and
No homo.
the waiter's like no homo.
he says no problem, but like I didn't pick up his like speech correctly, but so he was like no problem, and I was like, do you say no homo?
No homo.
No homo.
So like I literally thought he said no homo, and that kind of threw me off guard, but like whatever.
Do you want to talk about champs?
That's later too.
Oh my God,
Okay.
later.
Champs is the best. We'll have Joe talk about that most of the time. Just
All right.
start ranting.
Oh, then we go to the freaking Bible museum.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Can we talk about
That's
when
what we're
she got
doing now,
lost?
Yeah. No. Let's start like at the beginning.
Okay, Joe, you were highly involved in this, so you need to talk about this.
Joe, Bible Museum.
Bible museum. Anna
Bible
getting
museum?
lost.
What did I do?
Remember
Anna getting lost?
I don't know. You and I were the ones who found her.
Oh, Anna?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that klutz freaking like just went walking all around the entire museum without anybody with her, and just walked through each station that she wanted to and everything. And then finally, like literally, the girls were like, "Oh my God, we've looked like 4 hours, like we can't find her." And so me and Jacob and like I think someone else was like
I
trailing
went,
like
yeah,
far
I tried
behind.
to find what you got. Yeah.
And then me and like Jacob just run up the stairs, and there she is, like right there. And we were like, wow, it literally took us less than like 15 seconds to find her.
And then we like lost her again for like 30 seconds.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was maybe the worst part of the trip. It was like 80 degrees in there, and I was
Way too
sweaty
hot.
as hell.
But that like place that I found. Up
And it
at,
was a
like,
Bible museum.
Yeah, seriously.
That was a joke.
Yeah, I know.
Why am I
But
not-
there's this place we found like on
Yeah.
the top deck, and it was like all nice and cold, and we literally just sat there for like an hour and talked because we didn't want to go through all the stations again. But yeah, we took a bunch of cool pictures up there and stuff. It was like, it was like window like everywhere, so you could like see the whole city, and it was kind of nice. If you look up the Bible Museum, you can probably see it on the like roof or some shit. I don't know.
But can you just imagine what was going through Anna's head? Like, can you imagine being lost in a Bible museum?
You're like, man, God really hates me.
Another portal.
Alright.
What else are we talking about?
What's next on your DC trip?
Let's see. We're going on the line. And we actually have a little rally.
It also kind of sucks that the government was shut down during the whole trip.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there was that
seriously,
whole like
oh my
government
God, that was
shutdown thing, so we couldn't go to the
hilarious.
museums. Which
Yeah,
was
we could-
so gay.
Yeah, seriously. Literally everything good was shut down.
Also, we were gonna tour the White House. I mean, I wouldn't really want to tour the White House, but
Dude, if you toured the White House, you would get kicked out almost immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you pass by the Oval Office, it's like, how's it going in there, Pat?
Yeah, Gabe in the White House, he just passed Trump's office and he's
It's like ding dong ditch him.
he's you'd
Wait,
be like, I love what you did with the place. This place is huge.
Are you implying that the Oval Office door has a doorbell?
I mean, it probably does. It has like that ringer thing, or at least in like TV shows,
Ringer.
like where it's like, Mr. President, you have the secretary on aisle 1.
You have a grrr
Black chocolate lemon?
push the grrr button, please.
Chewbacca impression.
I would like a black chocolate woman. Okay, so later that night, I think... Okay, we have to bring up Chipotle and...
Yes, Chipotle.
Chipotle and then the church that we waited outside of.
Oh yeah, the creepy church.
Dude, I love that place, man.
Creepy
With,
church.
with that epic... Dude, like, so there's like this...
Epic.
There was this rich baritone black pastor at this church. At this church. Yeah, oh my god, yeah. At this church we went to, his singing voice was literally angelic.
Yeah, like a god almighty singer pastor, dude.
Yeah, seriously, like it was amazing. But Adam told me he kind of sounded like Kermit, and then I couldn't take it seriously the entire thing.
Sounded like Kermit.
Kermit
He's like me.
What is up, everybody? It is Kermit the Frog.
Adam's Kermit is good.
Look at this.
I'm going to Kermit suicide.
Hey guys, shut up. Let Adam
Alright,
talk.
No,
Adam.
don't do that.
Don't put Adam on the spot, man.
Okay.
Okay,
Adam.
Comes
Chipotle.
randomly.
I don't know much about Chipotle.
Oh wait, I know all about Chipotle. Okay.
Okay,
Do you know
Joe,
anything about
Chipotle.
Okay, so basically, Kate died. Basically, they were just like sitting in Chipotle and like Chipotle.
Wait,
Chipotle?
should we use an alias so we don't?
No,
like,
it's just
sound
Kate.
we're
Like Kate. Kate's Kate. So yeah, they were. I wasn't there. I was at Starbucks at the moment, but they were at Chipotle, and Kate just like this chick just like dies, but then gets resurrected like that bird that like recently died and got resurrected. But that doesn't really matter because we're on that topic.
Did you forget who Jesus was?
Oh yeah, and Jesus. But like
When it comes to resurrection, dude, this bird.
But yeah, so basically, we were all like crowding
Are you
around,
crazy?
like like everyone because everyone was kind of like nervous about it, and this manager of Chipotle comes out and he's like, "Y'all gotta stop blocking the exits. I have customers." Like in the gayest,
so gay.
the gayest woman like Amy Schumer ass voice ever, and he's like,
stop bringing.
I am
Amy Schumer.
uploading this during Pride
I
Month. Gabe.
genuinely think that Gabe's sexually attracted to Amy Schumer because he's brought her up like 20 times.
That is
today.
impossible.
"Yeah, that's impossible to be sexually
only-
attracted to Amy Schumer."
We only bring up Amy Schumer because of what a
Because-
trash comedian she is. Oops, I said it.
We're gonna get demonetized for no reason. Thanks, Henry.
We don't
Okay,
monetize
but
these things anyway.
that's true.
We're high school.
But yeah, and then also it's like started snowing out of nowhere because it's the District of Columbia, and he like walked out and he's like, "It's snowing!" and he like started clapping his hands and his like stuffed ass was like jiggling.
Happy
like-
Pride Month, y'all. Let's go.
Don't worry, I'm not a homophobe. I promise.
But he was really gay.
Yeah, he was like,
really
and
gay.
the reason I didn't like him isn't because he was gay. It's because he was like a total like at Chipotle, and we were like crowded around because like a girl passed out, and he's like, "You guys can't be doing this. I have customers." Like, maybe let us like ask questions to our teachers about a girl in our school that might have died, instead of telling us to just GTFO your restaurant. Thank you.
Thank you.
And like that's why I don't like him. I respect him as a gay man.
You mean
I
a
just-
fellow gay man?
I disrespect him as the jerk he was. Case closed. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Why did she faint, anyways?
She probably had too much crack cocaine in the hotel room.
Holy crap! What?
Okay.
Is there something I...
Also, like my friend Lily also passed out. So
No, yeah, a lot of girls pass out on any kind of trip the school makes.
Yeah, I think we just eat so little in this school.
bro, I had 8 fucking Starbuckses that week.
8 Starbucks.
8
They
Starbuckses.
can't even call them coffee now. It's just like, oh, they're Starbucks.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Okay, Starbucks does not sell coffee. Unpopular opinion. Starbucks sells milkshakes.
Oh yeah, frappuccinos are just milkshakes.
Frappuccinos
that
are
coffee.
milkshakes, but have you not heard of like lattes and like? There's not only frappuccinos.
No, yeah, they do sell
Milkshakes.
coffee, but
Milkshakes.
frappuccinos are just milkshakes that are caffeinated.
Yeah, no one said they're not.
Changed
Yeah,
my
no,
mind.
those are
No.
milkshakes.
Starbucks says they're not.
Cloud macchiato,
Because they
that's
call
a
them
milkshake.
frappuccinos.
Macchiato.
Cloud
is not,
macchiato, that's a milkshake.
yeah, that kind of makes sense.
That's milkshake.
Also, what is with Starbucks cup sizes? Who are you trying to be?
But also like,
Why is the smallest
reason-
one tall?
I know, right?
I don't know, tall, grande, and vento. or
Why does
something.
Venti.
medium the
Venti,
word
yes.
for
Venti.
big?
Medium is the one. Also,
What the hell does venti mean?
I think the reason it's considered coffee is because they put coffee bean in it.
Trenta?
Like
Coffee
it's not.
bean.
It's not because
Give me one of those
That
Trenta.
explains the
That's the
venti.
biggest
it
thing.
does. No, I'm talking about how he's just saying like frappuccinos are
Oh,
milkshakes.
okay. I'm
But
like,
saying
how
it's-
does this explain
I'm
venti?
saying it's considered coffee because they put coffee bean in it, guys.
To discuss.
So we got Chipotle, we got the Holy Redeemer.
Oh, we got
James.
going to And Pizza with
Oh yeah,
Oh,
with
okay.
Steven.
Steven. So basically we were
Wait, was Joe there? Was Joe?
Joe was at And
No.
Pizza with us. Yeah.
He was?
Yeah, and
wait,
then
What is it?
Joe.
oh wait, hold up, stop.
Are we talking about Steve?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like no, I got this.
Good one, guys.
You want it?
Yeah. So basically,
Yeah,
we
'cause
were
you're the
at
main conversationalist.
Yeah.
yeah.
But okay.
And like me and Abby were the ones who like talked to the guys afterwards.
Yeah,
like,
so we were,
I'm
like,
sorry,
standing
but,
in line.
I got you.
yeah, I know.
Okay, yeah,
But,
we
like,
were standing
like,
in line to
standing
order pizza, and they were like, okay, there were black people behind us, and Steve, he turned around and looked them all right in the eye with the most like disrespectful look ever.
Wait, who's Steve?
Pet.
You're not Steve. Like looked them with like the most disrespectful look ever, and then the kids are like, yo,
That's fine.
what you staring at me for? And like,
No, they're adults.
no, some of them were adults and some of them were kids. And then they come over to us and they're like, yo, is this kid aight? And then I was like, yeah, don't worry about him. And like Adam's sister went over and like started talking to them, and she's like, yeah, just ignore them. And then I was like, yeah, trust me, he's always like this. And then Steve over here comes over to us and he's like, what the hell just happened? Like scared, like I can't even explain. And this guy just like freaks out because they're like, yo, you staring at something? And yeah, that's kind of the whole
No,
story.
that wasn't even how it went.
That reminds me of this time.
All right, let's let Joe share his story because
like-
Joe might know more.
The way I saw it was we were standing in line, and all of a sudden I just turn around, and then Gabe just goes, "What is Steve doing?" Gabe says, "What is Steve doing?" And so we're just waiting in line, and then I turn around and I just see Steve literally walk up to these two black people and just stare at them, and they're like, "Bro, what do you want?" And he's just like, and so we like went up and we were like, yo, what's the problem and stuff like that, and he's like, and they just start like cracking up, remember?
Yeah,
They're,
that's what
they
happened.
lost
They
it.
started
They're like,
laughing
they're
at
like,
him.
what is this kid doing? Like, whatever. And we were like, sorry, dude, like we don't even know what that was. Like after,
Yeah.
well, Gabe and Abby did, but like I went up like before and I was like, I don't know what happened. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out, and he was like, okay, but Gabe and Abby went out after.
like,
but
went up
that's
and, like,
how I
calmed them down
remember
and
it.
stuff, yeah.
He like walked up to them and just stared at them, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Okay, that reminds me of something that my dad told me.
Was this the what?
Yeah. So my dad's first job when he was like 15 or 16 was working at Whitewater over Six Flags. He was making pizzas for the people who went there. Very horrible job, but it got him money over the summer, so whatever. So he had this friend, or not friends, coworker, who worked with him. It was highly implied that he had some sort of mental disability, so we don't want to make fun of him for that. But
He was afraid of black people.
yeah, he was afraid of black people. He was deathly afraid of black people. Like he can't even look at them.
Tell me the story about like when we ordered the
Okay,
pizza.
so he makes this pizza, and the dude pulls up, and he's just holding pizza in his hand. So this is a black family. He just pulls up, and he pulls down the drive-thru window, and so this dude's like, he's expecting his pizza, of course. He's just holding the pizza in his hands.
Yeah.
Staring at him like
it's
beady
this,
eyes.
It's this huge beefy black dad, and he's looking at him, and he didn't know it was a black family. So this guy is just sitting here holding the pizza frozen solid. He just doesn't move, and he's staring like he's got a 1,000-yard stare. He's like looking through this person. He's just frozen. He's
And then the dude in the car is just like, you're gonna give me my pizza, bitch. And then he forcefully takes the pizza from his hands and drives off.
Wait, why was he in a car if they were at
No.
Whitewater?
It was
That's
a
not
drive-thru.
what- That's not what happened.
Oh,
And it wasn't a drive-thru. It was like a stand in line,
Yeah,
and then they hand you the
Oh,
pizza.
yeah.
But like he's holding the pizza, and then the dad is just like super confused and just looking at him, and with no words, he like he takes this guy, the acquaintance, by the collar and drags him through the window.
Oh, your dad does?
No, the dad, the black dad,
Yeah.
grabs him by the collar and drags him through the window while he's still holding the pizza, and like places him like he's a doll, and just places him to the side, grabs the pizza, and leaves with his family, and then the guy just walks back in.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure he vomited after that.
Yeah, oh
Into
yeah,
the
he
kitchen
vomited after that.
I bet that
So-
made his experience with black people a whole lot better.
That's my dad's first job experience.
Speaking with experienced black people, we're surrounded. Let's move on to that topic.
Ah, yes.
We're
Okay, so this
surrounded.
may have been the
I
best
can
story
explain
from
this.
DC.
Yeah, no, Joe's explaining this. All right, here we go.
No,
We're
okay,
passing
we
the
all
mic off to
part.
Joe. What?
Yo. So basically, what happened is we were going.
I was in dire straits. I was kind of confused, and I'm much better now.
Maybe.
I'm 4 months off the pill.
Okay. Anyways, so we were planning on going to this university that had a Chick-fil-A in it, and we went there, and it was like, I don't know, like, what was it, like Saturday or something like that?
Yeah.
So it was like Saturday, and we went in, and like for some reason, like all the shops and stuff like that.
Oh no, they said that you could only shop there if you were part of the
yeah, that's
campus.
what it was. If you were like a student there, then you were allowed to like eat there, and so we couldn't. And so they were like, oh, well, we'll just like turn you loose, and like we were all kind of like messing around. Like usually we paid attention to like what coach said and stuff like that, but you know we were all just kind of messing around, and then all of a sudden like we're just fooling around, and then everybody just kind of breaks off. And so originally like I tried to follow some of them, and like we couldn't or something like that, like because Steve and someone else was following us, and we just like
call him Andy.
No, we're calling him Steve.
No,
No, the
The
other
other
guy.
guy, Andy. Yeah.
Steve and Andy.
Yeah,
Steve and Andy. Yeah, Steve and Andy were like following us, and
By the way, Andy is a pencil. Continue.
And anyways, so we went like to another direction, and then Jacob like was like, "This isn't the way," and then we went another direction. Gabe was like, "This isn't the way." So I just I didn't. Apparently, we missed the fact that like the stores that we went to, where the pizza place, the topic that we just talked about, were like right like we should have just taken.
Kept going straight. Yeah.
We just should have kept going straight, and we would have ended up there. And so that's why they like kind of let us like turned us loose to go find food. And so us being like the dumbasses that we are, not paying attention, I go on Google Maps and I look up like where the nearest food is. And there's a McDonald's, and it's like a 30-minute walk. And they gave us like 2 hours and 30 minutes. So I was like,
okay, we can do
it.
this, yeah.
We can do this. And Jacob's like, no. And then, Adam, you were with us, right? Yeah. And then, and you know, I don't know who else said no, but they were like, no. And so I convinced one, and then Jacob was still not putting up with it. And I was like, come on, like, it'll be fine. And he's like, okay, fine. So we go, and we cross the street, because there's no one going. Here we go, Jake. I'm going to rain on you.
No, we can skip this.
Okay, I'm just playing. Alright. Anyways, but, like, a good part of, like, crossing the street and stuff like that is we met this, like, really nice, like, lady. I think she was, like, a nun.
Yeah.
And she like was like a huge hardcore die-hard fan of the New Orleans Saints, and it was like playoff time around then.
Yeah, it was playoff time.
And so she was like, oh, like please pray for my Saints and stuff like that. Like I really want them to go to the Super Bowl and stuff like that. So she was just really nice. She's like really nice.
Her prayers were answered.
And
psych.
No, they weren't.
Because of the bad call.
Oh yeah. But anyways, so yeah, and so we finally like get towards down there, and we just like I don't even think this is racist, but we'll just go with it. We just
it was basically Compton 2.
Okay, we basically realized that
it was a ghetto.
We were in the hood. Like we were in the hood.
We were
like you could just tell by like the building structures and
like windows were shattered and boarded up and stuff.
Yeah, people were you know, the people walking around just didn't look like they were dressed in the best. Banged up cars, you know.
Oh yeah, there were two guys in the cars. They rolled down the windows and started.
Okay,
go ahead, Jeff.
Hold on. So we were walking down, and Gabe's just freaking out. He's like, "No, dude, I'm gonna get mugged. I'm gonna get mugged. I'm gonna get mugged." I'm like, "Yo, chill." I'm like, "Dude, you literally were. You're like, I have PTSD from the last time it happened." I was like, "It never happened." Yeah. So like we hadn't even got to our like it was like 15 minutes until we like 15 minutes of walking until we actually made it to McDonald's, and Gabe's already freaking out. And so these guys roll down the window, and I get so scared. It's like all of us were like a little bit on the edge, but Gabe was just like dying. And these guys roll down the windows and they say, "Hey, like something," and we.
No, they talked about our hats and they're like, "What college you at?" Like,
yeah,
they thought we were
that was
Gonzaga.
originally. That was originally. They were like, we were walking down and they said like, "Hey, something." We were like, "What?" And they were like, "Oh, what college you go at? I've seen those like hats like along." And we were like, "Oh, we're here for DC. Like we're on a trip." And so anyways, they were really nice. We like talked with them like I don't know like 2 minutes, and it was just like a really like easygoing conversation. So like that loosened all of us up except for Gabe. And so
I was chill with them.
No, you weren't. You were like yes sir.
Yes sir.
Anyways, so we kept walking, and then like
Uber card in my wallet.
And then there was like construction going on, like they're building this like new place.
That's what was like really tripping me out because we had to like walk through like alleys.
When we got to the McDonald's, we literally got all of our food, and you're like, "Oh my god, we need to get out of here!" Okay, anyways. So anyways,
trying to get Ryan fries though. Dedicated.
Oh yeah, I was trying to get Ryan fries.
Anyways, so we went down and like we were like getting really close. It was like 4 minutes of walking, and there's like construction, so they like put this little like detour on like the sidewalk or something like that. It was like some weird stuff,
And so we get into like the little detour, and like people just start passing by, and Gabe's like, oh my god, dude, I'm gonna get mugged, like I'm serious, like Joe, like we need to turn back around, like we just need to like starve ourselves or some stuff like that.
Starve ourselves.
You're like we just need to find food somewhere else. That's what you said.
Yeah.
We just need to find food somewhere else. I'm like, dude, chill out, stop being a pussy. And he's like, okay, fine. And so we keep walking, and we go to the McDonald's, and we get in there, and like Gabe's just on the edge, and so we get up there, and he's like so scared to even order his food. I literally remember telling him like I was like, just go order your food. And he's like, no, I'm not going first. And then you did. Don't deny it. I'm not going first. And so like Scout or someone or Adam went first, and then like I went last, and so I got my food last. And literally Gabe goes.
Oh my god.
Gabe comes back to me. He like has his like stuff just holding it, like because we didn't get bags because we didn't ask it for to go. And he just goes, dude, we need to get out of here. And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, I haven't got my food yet. And he's like, we need to get out of here. We're surrounded.
Okay, I can explain
We're
why
surrounded. And I go, what do you mean we're surrounded? No, hold on, because this is the best part of the story. And I go, what do you mean we're surrounded? He goes, dude, we're surrounded by a ton of people. And I go, what do you mean? And so he's like, and I was like, where did you guys set down your food? And it's like he's like, it's around the corner. And so I go around the corner, and Scout, Jacob, and Adam are just all sitting eating their food, and there's no one there.
There's just a bunch of old blind people with walkers.
Nah, there were
And
people
Gabe's like,
but people showed up, and then they went back to their car. On God.
And then like two more people came and like hung around the bathroom, and then Gabe's like, dude, seriously, like I can call an Uber, like I have an Uber card, I think, and stuff like that. He's just spazzing out. After we left though, he's like, I'm sorry, like you can't bring that up and stuff like that. Anyways, we convinced him.
I don't care anymore, bro.
Yeah,
and I probably didn't have to, but I mean, it's all good. It's over now, and that's never coming up.
The walk back was literally one of my favorite parts of this entire school year because we were all just like laughing it off, and it was really funny.
Yeah.
And as opposed to like that kind of like really on edge like walk to the McDonald's, the way back we
hilarious.
Were just,
I know.
We butchered
really
Gabe for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, seriously.
I know, and I was just laughing on the way back. I like totally like gained all my courage back on the way back home, which is true, Joe.
You also
can't
lost
deny it.
5 pounds of fecal matter.
I did.
Fecal matter.
Hey, okay, plug the charger in because it's at 11%. We still gotta record a hell of a lot.
Oh yeah, let's start
How
moving
much have
on.
we recorded so far?
An hour.
How about we go to
an
the
hour.
retreat and then we do the next episode in the morning?
Hey, okay, like we need to cut this part off actually, but remember when I talked to you earlier about the retreat today?
Oh yeah.
What?
Are we allowed to bring that up?
What?
Just say it.
How is this not bringing memory? Here, stand up.
Oh no!
No, we're not bringing that up.
No.
Oh what? Dude,
fight?
I told you.
that was funny. Dude, that was so funny.
Wait, you're talking about like?
Okay, I have contacts that neither of you know about. I want it. Yeah. Okay, it was really funny.
I want it.
I mean, I'm not gonna pressure
okay,
Gabe into it, but
it's
it's,
really
Let's find out
it's
about
embarrassing
Stuart.
for him.
Nah, screw it. You can tell the story.
Okay, so So basically, we went on this retreat, and I was getting killed by allergies, anyways. So that's a long story. Everybody else was too, but I was like dying, bro. Like literally, we had to like run back to the cabin all the time just so I could like blow my nose. Remember?
Yeah.
Well, now.
Bring tissues around.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring a whole box of tissues all around the entire campus.
Might as well then just run.
Oh my god.
We went on treks to blow our noses.
Pat has lost the ability to speak English.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, Pat's like so quiet. I doubt you guys have heard a word he said this whole podcast.
Except for him commenting on Luke.
Yeah.
Like
Son of a
the
bitch.
people listening to this probably think Pat isn't real, and we're like making a joke.
Yeah,
he's
like making a
Hey,
voice or
yeah,
something.
Say something loud.
It's 11:11. Make a wish.
I wish that I get a girlfriend.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. for
I
real.
wish that I keep my girlfriend.
Yeah, Henry's the only one here with a legitimate girlfriend right
That
now.
is-
which-
Yo, can we bring?
What? Oh no.
No.
Come on, bro.
No,
I
it's fine.
agree,
It's fine.
no,
I'm not
no.
gonna pressure him.
Okay, so let's go back to the Allison
Because I
story.
can't
Okay,
burp
so-
and snort.
There's this girl, Allison, and I thought I liked her, and I was like getting to the point where I was like pretty sure I liked her. And Gabe, I'm not gonna lie, still hate you for this, my broski, but
I love you too.
that was cold.
It was very cold, I admit.
So, anyways, I really like this girl named Allison. Well, I thought I really liked. Like, I wasn't sure yet, like for sure. But anyways, for sure.
Shut the fuck up.
For sure.
He's been making fun of me saying for sure for like the past like week and a half.
I make fun. I've been making fun of you saying
Dude, that's
bet
crazy.
for like the past 2 years.
Yeah, that's true.
Yo, but anyways, so Gabe, I just touched your toe.
That was
Okay,
so
anyways, so we were playing basketball, and first of all, one of the things I want you to know is that there were several girls there, and they hadn't played basketball before. So I didn't want to just be like the douche, like, not that like I was guaranteed to make it, but I mean, we weren't even shooting threes, we were shooting like free throws, and I didn't want to just be like the douche that was kicking all the girls out, like.
Yeah.
So
we're playing knockout.
Yeah, we're playing knockout. Anyways, so Allison happened to be in front of me, and so she shot a basket and she couldn't make it. So I just kept on like throwing it off the backboard until she finally made it. I made my basket. I threw it back out. It was Juan, Gabe, Allison, and me, and we were in a line. And if you know how knockout works, you know how that works. And so, anyways, I didn't want to get Allison out because I didn't want to be the douche knocking down the shot. Not that I was guaranteed to make the shot. Just saying.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, once she made her shot, then I made my shot and I gave it threw it to the next person. And so, anyways, I get to the back of the line and I see Gabe talking to Juan. And as soon as I come over, I see him stop talking. So I knew they were talking about me. And I was like, what could I have possibly done this time? I was like, there's no rumors going around about me. Like, there's no rumors going around about me. And I was like, what did I say to him that he could say as a secret? And so it happens to be, like, Juan also has interest in Allison. Juan and Allison.
Juan and Allison.
And so...
Allison.
Obviously, I don't want him to know because, like, whenever you get, like, two boys that are, like, hyped up on testosterone and stuff,
This
like,
is true.
it doesn't help. So,
He's important, this
I didn't
player,
want
right?
him to know that, like, I might have feelings for her because I knew that he did. And so, I was like, oh, I told Gabe who I may have liked and who I was planning on asking him prom. Then I got super heated and I went and got John, and Gabe was still in the gym. No, John just like kind of like overheard what I was talking about, and he asked me what was wrong, and I was like, I'm going to beat Gabe's ass.
Which
and,
you did.
Yep.
And I deserved it.
Yes, he did. Anyways, so I was like, Gabe, I come back to the gym. I'm like, Gabe, come on, let's go. Like, I need to grab something from the cabin. He's like, why do you need me? And I'm like, just come on. Just come on back to the cabin. And so we get to the cabin, and I take off my hoodie, and he's telling some stupid-ass joke, and Jacob and Jameson are in the room as well. No, Jacob, Jameson,
and
John,
Joe, and Jabe. It's a lot of J's.
They're all J's.
Yeah, I think that was it. But anyways, so we're in the room, and I take off my hoodie, and I just grab Gabe by his shirt, and I hold him like this. I throw him against the wall.
He threw me into a tack board.
Nah, I didn't throw you in a tack board.
The tack board was on the wall and like
no,
scraped
dude,
it. And then
there was no.
It was into the bunk
tack
bed.
board was right here, and you were standing right here, and I took you and I punched you against the
the
bed, and I
bed,
lifted
yeah.
you up, and I punched you, and then you fell back down, and I hit you again. Against
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyways. So I threw him against the wall. I picked him up by his shirt, like not like too much, but just like a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I punched him in the gut, and then I threw him against the wall again, and I told him he was several times, because like that was like the third time. Like, one of my friends has, like, ruined shit for me, like, relationship-wise. Yes.
Can I give my own perspective on this story?
Yeah, as soon as I finished, like, the entire thing. Anyways, like, we, like, made up and stuff like that, and now, we're, like, good now. And, like, this isn't just, like, shit on Gabe, but, like, honestly, like, I know some people found it, like, really funny, especially like, after people, like, heard it.
Yeah.
Because, like, people, like, there was, like, two rooms. Like, there was, like, basically the sophomores and the freshmen, and then, like, the juniors and seniors in the other room. They're like, what the hell is going on in that room?
Oh, yeah, there were, like, three. There was, like...
It was like Dominic.
Juniors,
it was like
Dominic, Anthony, and JP.
Do we not have a name for him?
No, it's just
okay.
JP.
It's just JP. I don't care if JP hears what I say about him, honestly.
But yeah, they were all outside. They were all outside, and they were like, "Yo, what the hell's going on?" And then we sent like Jacob out, and John, Jacob, and Jameson
went out. And
but
they were like, let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, but John was like trying to like muscle Gabe up.
Yeah,
and I was
John
like,
was
John,
like,
just
John
get
was
out.
like, John
I was
was
like,
like,
I need to talk to Gabe. Just get out.
Hold on, John said this to me exactly. He's like, snitches get stitches, and you snitch. So guess what comes next? You're gonna get stitches. And I was like,
Seriously, like that exactly. Snitches get stitches. And you are snitching, so you will have stitches.
Yes, basically.
He said you snitched, and now,
I'm about to give you snitches. Yeah, it was that.
I'm about to give you snitches.
Yeah, he meant it like legitimately, and it scared the living out of me.
That was the part that scared the crap out of you, not me throwing you against
that was pretty scary too.
Okay.
And yeah,
he didn't even do anything to you. He didn't even like shove you.
That's the dude who carries a switchblade, though. So he just kind of.
Yeah, true. But anyways,
I
I made him leave the room, and so like me and Gabe made love. So
we did not make.
Okay, no, we made up.
We did not make love.
We did not make love.
I can't grammar. Yeah, he and I made up, and we all cool now.
Yeah, so, anyways, I'm going to let Jacob tell his perspective, but don't over-dramatize it too much.
So I am telling this perspective for somebody who is outside of this whole conversation. So as soon as I see him pin up against the wall,
I'm talking about like how like it was just a normal situation first.
Okay.
Like, the room, like,
it was like all normal. I was all normal, and then I'm just facing the outer door, and then I just hear bonk, and I'm like, what? And I just turn it, and Gabe's pinned up against the wall, and then John's standing like right there. And
Joe's the guy like his hands on his hips, like all pissed.
Yeah, Joe's on his head. I immediately whisper, oh shit, and then I leave the room, and then I'm trying to. But I'm trying to, and then you start arguing, and I'm out there for like a minute. I open the door. Oh, bless you. I open the door for like a second, and I see John. And I'm like, dude, get out of there! And he's like, and then he comes up to me while you guys are fighting, and then John just like, no, you wouldn't understand. Like with this totally straight face.
What the hell?
Yeah, he said that. He's like, no.
The most fun I've ever had.
And then he comes back. And then the door is closed. I'm just sitting on a chair outside, mind my own business, Socrates. And then I just hear from outside. It's just muffled, but I hear just John loudly shouting, "Everybody, shut the up!"
Yeah.
I remember that.
Not only that.
Yeah, he's just like, "Everybody, shut the."
John in because I was like mad like on what was going on. And like if Gabe was just gonna like really like fight back,
then he'd want John. Yeah, I feel you.
I felt like I would be taking, but if you just like got like one really good punch on me, and I tried to knock that hell out.
You'd want John to take you down.
I would want John to take you.
Because John's like John's a pig wrestler, so he's got all his strength in his upper body.
No, yeah.
Yeah. So
he's kind of got abs though.
So
yeah, that's upper body.
No, he doesn't. He literally got a surgery. He told me the truth. We were in the bathroom on like one of the last days. The reason why he's got that like perfect line down is because he got a surgery.
Oh, that makes sense.
Wow.
Not like surgery for like to get like that.
To get abs, but he had like a stomach surgery.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It makes sense. It looked too like Zac Efron.
It looked
so
perfect.
It looked like nothing else was defined. It was just that line.
Yeah,
but still though, John
he had no like
really
V,
fit.
like you know
He
the.
is, but like I mean like I feel like if John like worked out like if he went to like one life he'd be like jacked. Like genuinely, he wouldn't be the scrawny.
Because he doesn't actually like work out. He just gets his
like workout.
He lives on a farm, so he's like farmhand. And
he just does a lot of strenuous labor.
He gets all his like muscle from decapitating chickens, and that's not a joke.
No,
it's anyway, it just made me so mad. Like it made me even more mad that John was there genuinely after like we were like done like legitimately fighting and not like
John like tried to make us make up.
Well,
he was like
no, John didn't that. He was just mad at you, and I was like, I literally let you in on this just so that like you can.
Alright, but yeah, like me and Joe are cool now, and it's all good.
But like it made me so mad because like John was acting like he was the one in control of the situation, or he was the one that got hurt or something. He was like, Gabe, this is your fault. And
he's like, this is not cool.
He's like, this is not cool. And then he told the part about the snitches and stitches and stuff like that. And I was like, John, just get the hell out of the room.
Oh yeah, you like tried to forcibly make John leave. He's like, no, this is my fight too.
Rips off shirt.
Anyways, we can transfer from that. And then John jumped off a dock.
And John jumped off a dock for money.
Yeah, I paid him $20, which I severely regret.
He didn't like jump though. He slid off.
Yeah, you like fell.
Yeah, and there were 3 administrators watching.
Got it. Go ahead.
Another really good part, like, is involving me and Jacob. I feel like me and Jacob got a lot like closer on the retreat.
Very.
And like we found like a secret hideout, like as gay as that sounds. It was like really cool.
Yeah. Well, you were. Yeah. I remember it.
Oh, was that like the underground thing?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
I'll never
it's
tell
secret.
you.
It's secret.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll never tell you.
But yeah, it was really really cool. So like, and like John like found us and stuff like that. It was really funny. But yeah, it was like so sick. It was really fun, and like
cool.
we just like got to talk and stuff like that, and we just like whispered and like no one could hear us, and we were like way far away from everyone. We were kicked out of our place because
it was, like,
a rat died in there.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah, and like they had to like get in like an exterminator and stuff like to get it out, and yeah, and we named him Timmy, but you know.
Timmy was an average boy who no one understands.
Mom and Dad and Vicky always giving him
commands. Bed twerp. I think John told Joe that there was like this like.
That's not what happened.
Yes, it is because we like blamed John for it being like crappy. Remember?
What?
John was like, "Yo, there's an underground thing that leads to the sewer," and he like showed you where it was. Remember? And then you came back and told us.
No. Remember, I said, let's open that up, John. And he goes, okay. And so I opened it, and I was like, I'm not going down there. And he was like, oh, okay, I'll go down. And like we just like cracked it, so like I couldn't see like enough, like there was enough light in it. And he goes down, then he goes, dude, that's so deep, like you can like go down to the sewer. And I was like, for real? And so I go over with Gabe and Jacob, and I was like.
And I was like, dude, let's open it and go in the sewer. Like, why not? Like, it'd be fun. Because, like, usually when, like, something like... It was, like, a big, like, hole, like, with a lid on it.
Yeah, it was like a pothole, or not a pothole thing, but, like, a manhole cover.
Yeah.
That we, like, removed.
And so we, like, took it off, and it was, like, really heavy, and it was made of iron and stuff. And so... Once we... Adam, why are you, like, petting the carpet?
Adam's just chilling, bro. Let Adam veg.
Adam's crawling under the table.
Okay, so anyways, so we were just, like, chilling, and next thing you know, oh, wait, no.
No, we
We took off the top, and we went down, and it was literally, like, a 5-foot hole, and there was no sewer, like, whatsoever.
Yeah.
It was just, like, a 5-foot hole.
So we just blamed John for that.
Yeah. I was like, but seriously, if the zombie apocalypse happens, we're all jumping in there and, like, locking it, so...
That'd be sick, actually. They just walk right over us. Because zombies are, like...
Not necessarily. They might just, like, smell us out or something.
The chaperone apocalypse.
Coach?
Dude,
Coach
Don't
is
think
like...
about what just happened.
Okay, so here we go. No, so John
and
lost
she
to what
literally
are the
said it was
odds?
okay if I said yes.
John lost to what are the odds? I think it was to Daniel. No, it was to Juan. It was to
I don't
Juan.
know.
And Juan
Yeah,
was like,
Juan.
I dare you. Or
Oh, yeah.
they lost,
Did
it
he
was
have
it
the
was what are
kiss
the odds?
Allison on the cheek?
No, it was no, it's a
That was
different-
one of them.
Yeah, but no, it was what are the odds that you will sleep? Shut up. What are the odds that you will sleep in the chaperone's room? Like,
Oh my god,
crawl-
that was so
crawl
funny.
the door. It was like one of those like half door things, and it had like this
It's
big,
like a salon door, like back
yeah,
in the old days,
saloon
like the
door, not a
Cowboys.
salon door, saloon door.
Okay,
with like the
whatever.
big opening at the bottom and the top, so you could like crawl underneath it. And they were like, "What are the odds that you will army crawl into that and lay in between the chaperone's beds?"
And he did.
And he did it. He like lost.
And he slept
He
like
lost
that
it
all night?
No. He went in there, but he like crawled in there like the stealthiest way possible. You just see his legs like.
Yeah, actually, he snuck under Joe's bunk, and then he touched his leg, and Joe's
Oh no,
like,
that's later. No, he like stealthily like slithered into the chaperone's room and laid in between both of the chaperone's beds. And we just started giggling, and we could hear like John like
We were
start
all
laughing.
dying laughing.
Yeah, we could hear John start laughing, and Coach is like, "Who is in my room?" And you just see John like
Bolt out.
He bolts. He like does like a full like Boston Red Sox baseball slide.
yeah, Coach didn't even see him.
Yeah, Coach didn't even know it was him. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And then so later on, Joe and I were like having deep talks because that's something we like to do. And like, but on my bunk, and John like hid underneath our bunk bed, and he started groping Joe's ass.
And I literally felt something touch me, and I go, "What was that?" And then he was like, "Dude, chill, like you're just freaking out or whatever." The first time, so I was like, "Yeah, you're probably right." And so then
It happens again. He like screams, and I'm
then-
like,
and
"It's
then all
probably
of a sudden,
John." And then John starts laughing underneath the bunk bed.
dude, it was like the creepiest thing. I literally thought like a ghost was like groping me.
A ghost? I thought it could have been like a serial killer.
Okay,
we were in the
okay.
middle of nowhere, and there was that weird guy with like the gun and the dog.
Okay, so
Yeah, we like pulled up and like tried to figure out where we were staying, and there was this guy with like a shotgun, like on his garage door thing, and he was like walking his like big like, what are those dogs?
I forgot.
Doberman Pinschers.
I forgot. I was in the car ride
Yeah.
on the way to that with you. So
Yeah, and then he was like, "Yo, y'all know where you're going?" And I was like, "Nope."
no, yeah. So my mom, who was driving,
Frank Sinatra.
the address Coach gave us, was
wrong.
Was
because
wrong.
he's
It was
Coach?
legit wrong. Luckily, it wasn't too far away from the place we actually had to go. But we went to this weird, just like secluded neighborhood. That's super small and super sketchy. It has these old wooden cabins. We had no idea where we were. So my mom like pulls into this random person's driveway.
Yeah, man has a shotgun and a dog.
He has a shotgun and like a German Shepherd, and he walks up to our car as my mom is
trying
like,
to leave.
Yeah, she's trying to leave, but she's failing, and she's like running into trees in reverse. And then he walks up and she slowly rolls down the window, and she's like, "Sorry, I think we have the
What
wrong
seems to be the
address."
problem, officer?
Okay, and then we just leave. And
Yeah,
then
he didn't really care. He was chill.
and then it took us like 2 hours to find out how to actually get to.
Oh
the
no, we
place
ran
we're
into
supposed to
like Gianna.
But yeah,
No,
we
like,
ran into
her,
another
and then
student.
she figured out where we were supposed to go, so that was good.
Yeah, if she didn't accidentally like go the same place we went, we probably would have been there for like the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't know who to call. Because we asked Coach, and he said the exact same address again.
I know, right? Okay,
Alright.
so what are we gonna move on to?
Okay.
We kind of finished
I
our
want to
retreat.
expand on the John thing.
Jonathan.
Which one?
Okay, so
The
basically-
Slidey John.
The what?
The Slidey John.
Oh, okay. John
Okay, so
jumped off
after
the dock.
John got slithered out, he bolted back into his bed like light speed.
So funny.
Coach turns on the lights, and he's like, if I can, and he's like, everybody
hiding
go
in
to
the
bed,
spot.
or I will call your mom and they will drive you back home. And then
And we like all knew.
No, he said, I will make them
They
drive
will
you back
drive
home.
me.
yeah, okay, but everyone starts talking again, like slowly but surely. So then suddenly it's like 12 o'clock. He's like,
Hey,
yeah,
we made it
he walks up, he turns on the lights. He's like, the next person who talks
Who
gets detention. So then John, he says, okay, I'm not talking, but I'm making noise.
Oh my God.
So he starts
He's
making.
making pigeon sex noises and cat sex noises.
Yeah, no, it was insane.
And he was like,
How does
he was
he
like,
know?
he was like,
And everyone was dying laughing, but we didn't. Everyone was dying laughing, but we didn't want to get in trouble, so we were like just shoving our faces.
yeah,
into
we
our
were like,
pillows.
you know, like that laugh that you do when you like don't actually let out a laugh, but it like looks like you could be like laughing like, I don't know, who has a really audible laugh?
Joe?
Joe. Yeah, we could all be laughing like Joe, but we're like all silently laughing like Joe in biology. But yeah,
Also, Gabe when he did that stupid ass wave.
Who are you?
oh, the wave. Okay, what are we moving on to? We're kind of done with the retreat.
Yeah,
that's
that
all.
was it for the retreat. The retreat was kind of boring.
Yeah, the
We
retreat was
talk about
very
champs.
boring. Champs. Oh, we never talked about champs.
Holy.
Alright, so we're going back to the DC
Adam,
trip.
you have to join
we
us for
went to
Champs.
a place called Champs, and it wasn't exactly.
3 P's.
Yeah, it was with 2 P's, but okay.
3 piece.
3 P's.
Yeah.
Champs?
Yeah.
If you're talking about the store, it's 3 piece.
No, it's not the store. It's the restaurant.
It was a restaurant.
It's Champs with 2 P's. I'm calling it, but it doesn't really matter.
Alright.
Yeah. So Joe's gonna tell us about this really crappy experience.
Alright, Joe.
No,
talk
let
about
us all-
champs.
let us all do
Okay,
this.
I guess
We're all-
I'll do the
yeah,
talking
go
because
ahead,
Joe's
go
watching
ahead.
basketball highlights. Okay, so we went to this place called Champs.
I'm literally watching the live game.
Oh, that's
Like
cool.
A minute and 40 seconds.
Oh, that's dope. Who's winning?
That's not.
Toronto.
Oh, damn.
This is not the...
Okay, shut up. We're at Champs, and we get this lady, and she's probably the worst waitress I've ever experienced in my entire life. So
Hey, ma'am, can I please have a Dr. Pepper?
oh yeah, so Joe orders a Dr. Pepper. She comes out with first she comes out with the water, like, you know, like how they like get the pitchers of water and they like pour your water before you order a drink because you're gonna also drink the water for some reason. Yeah, that. And she like had like the pitcher and cups. She drops the cups. She audibly goes, "Oh shit! Shoot! How are all you doing?" And I knew from the start that this was gonna be a crappy experience. So after that, we order our drinks. Joe gets a Dr. Pepper, and I probably would have gotten a Dr. Pepper, but I felt sick AF, so I was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna get a water." But Joe gets a Dr.
Stanley and
Oh yeah, Stanley and
No, his name
Andy
is
were
Steve,
there.
Steve.
Steve and Andy were there. He went by Stanley because we all went by fake names for some reason. I think it was my idea, so yeah. No, but yeah. So Steven and Andy were there, and Joe orders a Dr. Pepper, and it's Fearless Day. Joe orders a Dr. Pepper, and she comes out with a root beer, and so he's like, "Yo, this root beer, lady," and then she's like,
No,
you."
So I get it, and she leaves the table.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
what
I start
happened.
drinking. I'm like, this is root beer, and so like I had my food ready and stuff like that, and I didn't want it to get cold, but I also like wanted my Dr. Pepper to like eat with my food, so I'm sitting there waiting, literally not joking. Like, wasn't it like 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah, no, she took forever to come back.
And so I just went up to another waiter and I was like, my waiter hasn't been at the table for like 15 minutes, and she gave me root beer instead of Dr. Pepper. They're like, oh, I'm sorry about that, like whatever. And so they come back and give me another root beer, and I was like, are you serious? And so she comes back to the table and she goes, is everything okay? And I go, yeah, I've ordered Dr. Pepper twice, and y'all have given me root beer twice. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry about that. And so she finally brings me a Dr. Pepper. My food is cold, and then she doesn't come back to the table for like 30 minutes, so we can't even pay and get out of there.
Did you like get steak and it was like super undercooked?
No, I got wings.
Oh yeah,
But
you got
they were,
wings
like-
and they were terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were bad. And so I was like, it was just terrible service. She like didn't take us seriously and was just like terrible waiter, and you know, like couldn't even get like a simple drink order right. And so
She couldn't even get Scout's name right. We'll
yeah,
run on
she
that.
goes like
afterwards.
Scott.
She's like Scott, Scout.
That's one of our
Adam, you
personal
have to say
jokes
something
now.
about that.
But anyways, so we so at the end we like all like put it like, you know, we all like pay our paychecks and stuff like that, and like this is like the end of the trip, like we're literally heading back.
Yeah, we have like
And-
no money left. We're like a bunch of homeless guys like traveling together.
And so like I wasn't gonna like give her like a tip, especially with like all the bad service. And so like I guess some of the other guys thought the same. Like one person tipped her.
I
Wasn't
tipped her, yeah.
Yeah?
Because like you're supposed to tip no matter what, but it can be like a small tip.
Yeah, but like it's not guaranteed. It's not you're supposed to. Like, they
Yeah,
sign
that's
up knowing
true.
that you don't get tipped all the time. And so she comes back, and after all that terrible service, has the audacity to say, y'all aren't gonna tip me, and I almost lost it. I was about to go.
Yeah, Joe did that thing where you like close your eyes and like breathe in like really pissed off, and then breathe out like also really pissed off. And he was like, no, ma'am, we're not, and then we just left.
Yeah, I was like, she seriously just asked if we were gonna tip her. Like that's even worse. Like you don't ask for tips. You know what I'm saying? People go into that business knowing that it's not guaranteed. The only thing that's guaranteed is how many hours you work, not how much people are gonna tip you.
That's true. I just remembered. I like totally forgot about this, but we were like walking out, and like one of the hostess ladies was like, "What?"
Nothing. I was talking about.
Okay. So like one of the hostess ladies were like, You guys have a nice night," because this was like at night, and we are gonna go ice skating after this. Like in the same like shopping center, they had like an ice skating rink, which was pretty fun. But she was like, "Y'all have a nice night," and as we're walking out, I turn around and say, "Don't count on it." And like I totally forgot about that up to this point, but like I was kind of proud of that.
Also, as she was collecting our money for the in exchange of very subpar goods and services, my boy Scout got wronged.
Yeah, she says Scott Shout, like she couldn't even say the name Scout. Like
and then as he's like, Scott Shout, and then he's like, yeah, Scout. And then Scout went on like this tangent. This was the final straw for Scout. His name.
Scout when he gets pissed is the best.
His name has been patronized for so long.
It's hilarious.
And he's like, everyone just thinks I have like a dog name. It's like, guess what? You and your dog.
Wait, that's where that happened?
Yeah.
No, Lily was like, there's like this dog like stuffed animal, right? Isn't that what happened?
No.
Okay,
it was at
Adam
Champs.
knows the full story. It wasn't at Champs.
It was at Champs.
That's where it started
Where's
from.
the you and your dog? Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay. I know you got like mad at it again when Lily was like, "There's like this like stuffed animal named Champ." But I guess you're right. That was probably the first thing because Scout was pretty pissed that day.
Yeah, Scout was
Okay, I'm gonna cut this off. What do you?
Okay, I think we should move on to topics. Can y'all shut the fuck up?
Move on to topics.
Move to a different topic.
Alright.
I know I'm not grammar today.
Okay, so DC was pretty cool.
Yeah, so was the retreat, but I mean it was still kind
No,
of
the retreat was not cool.
It was not
DC was awesome.
$250. But yeah, DC
It was really just cool, like roaming around in the snow.
Oh yeah, also Pat bought fucking like $150 shoes. Like he brought along cash for like food and stuff. Spends like he brought probably like $1,000 because he's a rich white boy.
Me and Adam watched Rick and Morty in our hotel room.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about Joe. We gotta talk about. So let's move on to Scout's pool party. Oh, you weren't there, but me and Jacob and Henry and Pat can talk about it, I guess. But Pat hasn't said shit, so.
What is this?
Scout's pool party.
Oh, Scout's pool party.
Yeah. So so there we played another insane game of What Are the Odds? And, I don't think
Can I tell this one?
Jacob's not allowed to post these videos because there's
I can post them.
Henry's though.
Henry's.
Like. We'll explain right now. This is Henry lost to What Are the Odds to our friend Slade.
So here we go. All right, so Scout's pool party. So at the end of the year, Scout had a pool party for the freshmen who were rising sophomores, and to like celebrate that completing freshman year. So, and I came anyway because I'm Jacob's brother and he was a freshman, and Scout has a younger brother named Slate.
Who's a god.
Yeah. Who was my age and my grade, so he didn't want him to like. He wasn't gonna be alone, but just cause he had someone who was the same age, I came, and because I'm just cool with all the high schoolers. So we show up, and it's basically basic stuff for a pool party, and at Scout's place, until it gets to nighttime, around 6:30. It's not 6 o'clock.
It's at 6:30, like when the sun started going down. Because this was when sun was still up.
This was probably like 8 o'clock. As soon as the sun.
Oh my god.
As soon as the sun started going up, I don't.
Toronto win the final.
Damn.
Right. Come back,
guys.
3-2-1.
Instant news. Toronto just kind of won the finals. Maybe.
No, hold on.
Wait.
0.9 seconds.
All right,
0.9
guys.
seconds
We're with you live at the end of the finals. Okay, I will be the commentator. All right, right now, Golden State has the ball with 0.9 seconds remaining.
That's not true. I don't even think that they have the ball.
Oh, for real? All right, Golden State might not have the ball. Correct me, Joe Buck.
Oh, good job, Draymond. See that?
Pin it on
V
the-
Bucks.
Okay, we're still here. I swear.
Let's drop in the battle.
Hey,
bus.
shut up.
You should be like driving in.
Okay, here we go. Kawhi Leonard looking pissed as always.
One.
Ayo.
Anyway, so
Bless you.
as soon as the sun goes down,
like the nastiest sneeze
yes,
ever.
that was a dad
Are they, like,
sneeze.
reviewing?
It was as loud as
Yeah.
humanly
She
possible.
reviewed who has
So,
possession, or if Draymond had possession.
So, as soon as the sun goes down, we start playing What Are the Odds at this scout pool party. Trademark. And
I stayed out of it.
the first one, this is the first one, the first, dare. The first bet.
The first thing that ever came
is
up.
between me and Slate. Slate says, Henry, what are the odds you will go on top of my slide? They had a water slide connected to their pool, and he said, what are the odds you'll climb on top of that slide, turn around, pull down your pants, and slap your butt cheeks? And I was like, okay, you know what? I got nothing to lose, and because it was odds of 30, and what are the odds work if you're stupid is if you say the same number, that person has to do the bet, and so it's 3, 2, 1, and we both say 18.
I thought it was
this
14.
No, it was 18.
No, it's 18. This is the first one. Odds of 1 in 30, and we both say 18. So I have to do it. And luckily, Scout was recording. So now there's an actual video that many of my friends have seen that has gone public of me climbing on top of a water slide, pulling down my pants, and slapping my ass cheeks.
We won't have the link on YouTube, but we will send you the hidden link to Pornhub.
Thank you.
Bro, it's
You're welcome.
over.
Anyway,
Toronto gets the ball back.
so there's.
It's over.
I think there's
Toronto just won the final.
There was another one.
Oh, it was me,
No,
John. It was
yeah,
me, John.
you can tell this
Okay,
one.
so basically, hey Pat, will you actually shut the up?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
It's over.
Okay, so me, was it I think it was also Slate.
Yo, Toronto.
Toronto won. Okay, yeah, guys, Toronto just won the finals. Classic moment in Canadian history.
Big moment.
Canadian. Bro,
Is this their first
They're
finals?
going Crazy.
Hour.
Hey, no, is it their first finals? Okay, so it was also Slate who told. So basically, Slate as well. Slate's the god of this game. He's got godly luck. And so basically, Slate was like, "What are the odds that Oh no! I asked Slate this, and then if you both get numbers that add up to the number that you said the odds of, then the person who asked has to do it." So I was like, "Yo, Slate, what are the odds that you'll kiss John on the mouth?" And Slate was like, "I bet we'll do it out of 30." And so I picked 14, and Slate picked 16, and of course that adds up to 30. So that means I had to kiss Slate on the mouth.
No, you had to
I had to
kiss
kiss John
John
on the mouth. Yeah, which was even worse. I'd be fine kissing Slate on the mouth. I've done it millions of times. Just kidding.
But the
Yeah.
worst part about it for John and Gabe
That's
is
fine.
they did it and Scout was recording, but Scout looked back through the video and he
And
saw
realized that
and
we
he's like,
faked
there was
it.
no touch, there was no touch.
So we had to do it again.
So they had to kiss on
Because
the mouth
John,
twice.
I was
times.
it was 3 times. I was fine with doing it. I wasn't as disgusted as he was because he's John and he's a priest. But
Priest.
but he kept recoiling every time I leaned into try to kiss him. That sounds disgusting. I sound like fucking Prank Invasion right now, but you know what I mean.
What's that?
What up, invaders? Today I'm kissing my mom.
Alabama won.
Funny prank?
Yeah, he's for kids. Social experiment.
Dude, today I'm murdering a family of 12.
I love families of
Social
12.
But
and
yeah,
how-
so that was a great party. We had a lot of pizza, listened to a lot of Lil Pump. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about the Scout prank.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
Yes,
dude, this
okay.
was so good.
This
the
is
Scout
Jacob's
prank.
story.
Okay. So, fellas. So we're on the trampoline. We're playing this very,
Intense game of Dead Man.
yeah, Dead Man. So you know that song that we usually say before you revive the dead man and dead man on the trampoline?
Yeah.
Well, Gabe had a creative and interesting idea to substitute that.
With vulgarity and racism.
Yeah.
Just playing. It was
Vulgar-
all fun and games.
Yeah, vulgarity,
A lot of good
general obscenity.
Yeah. As a rap,
Yeah.
I freestyled.
We were doing that for about 35 minutes. And then Scout goes in for a mysterious reason. We don't really notice it. And then suddenly Scout's dad bursts out And then he's like, hey, just so you guys know, I've heard everything you have said for the past 30 to 45 minutes.
No, it was addressed directly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
he was
came out of
like,
the
"Hey,
balcony,
Gabe."
He's like, hey, Gabe, just so you know, I've heard everything you've said. And you're like...
And he like pointed to a camera like he's
Yeah,
been
he
recording
pointed to
us
a
the whole
camera.
time.
He's like, these can pick up the sound. And
And
he's like,
John was
I'm
like,
sorry?
Yeah, no, I was like, I'm sorry. And then John was like, what the hell, dude? You're gonna get us all in trouble. We're never allowed to hang out again. And I was like, John, literally chill. And like, Scout was just in the corner,
Sounds like
like,
you have the
No, yeah,
cheese
Scout-
touch.
yeah, Scout was like in the corner laughing, and I like, or he was like smiling, and like,
No, yeah.
and like Mr. I'm not gonna name drop his last name, but Scout's dad like
Barge.
walks back. Sure, Mr. Barge walks into the room, or walks back into the house, and Scout like, I'm still like on the verge of like being scared that he's gonna like call my mom and like show her a video or something, because like my mom would have probably freaked out with like the stuff I said. Like,
them cheeks.
and like she watches this podcast too, so she's getting filled in on all this information. So I love you, Mom.
She watches Cram Session?
Yeah, Mom.
Shout out to Gabe's mom. Ayo.
So like, don't.
Wait, guys. Shout out for Gabe's mom.
Shout out to Gabe's mom. Shout out Gabe's mom. Joe.
Hey, shout out my mom, Joe.
Joe. Shout out the mother.
Shout out my.
No.
Okay, fine. Adam.
Killjoy.
Shout out Gabe's mom.
Yeah.
Let's go, Adam.
Adam Gaming.
Adam Gaming.
Okay, so basically, I'm on the verge of like hoping that my mom doesn't find out about this, because I don't know Mr. Barge that well, or Scout's dad. I'll just call him that because Mr. Barge sounds ass. I don't know Scout's dad that much. And then Scout's like, I walked up there and told him to say that to you. He hasn't heard anything, and I let out the greatest sigh of relief a man has ever let out,
No, yeah.
which is like, the sigh of relief was like higher than like, but it was all fun and games. On God. On Jaw.
On Jaw.
On Jaw. Oh, speaking of Jaw, next week is gonna be part of his death day, so everyone rip Jaw in the chat.
Rip Jaw.
Rip Jaw.
Rip Jaw.
Rip Jaw. I love
You know,
Jaw.
kids like those candies called Jawbreakers.
Guys, let's
But
get
the
a
Harley
5
Davidson workers
second,
like guns that they now consider Jawbreakers.
5 second moment of silence for Jaw.
1, 2.
No, that's not
Y'all are
silence.
doing a 5-second moment of silence for Jaw when literally the Golden State Warriors just lost the final.
Cool.
5 second.
How
Yeah,
about
for
how about a
shut up
30
for Warrior.
second-
10 second.
30-second for the Warriors.
And Jaw, yeah. Alright, so let's count.
We the North.
Pat, I will
No.
beat you
Silence.
Shut the hell up. 30 seconds. Ready? Go.
Go Toronto. First national check.
up. Let him talk. It makes it funny.
Amen. Hallelujah. Quiet the best. No kick. That's all I gotta say. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what John's 6-pack looks like. Like, see, that's what he's gonna end up looking like because of that. Because of the.
It
Dude, that
picked
looks
up.
like mechanical.
Okay,
He's looking
so
like a robot.
all right, so we got a little bit of time left, about 15 minutes left of this podcast. So we got to talk about one more topic, and it should be the highlights of the entire year that we've had.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to go
Your
around,
best
including
moment.
you, Pat.
Your best
Bet?
moment.
Your guys'
Yeah, everyone's
freshman
best
year and
moment.
my 8th grade year.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll start with Pat because he's been the quietest.
No.
Okay, we'll start with Joe. Joe, your favorite moment this entire year, right now.
Checking on a babe. Hold on.
Alright.
Choking on a bait. Oh, I thought you meant like your...
Checking out.
Okay.
Alright.
All right, Henry, you go
My
first because you're an 8th grader.
my favorite moments of the 8th grade year.
Just one.
Just one.
Yeah.
My favorite moment of the 8th grade year was, I don't know, probably Sadie's.
Yeah, Sadie's was fun. Oh yeah, the 8th graders got to go to the Sadie
Are
Hawkins
you
dance with us.
serious? Did you just say Sadie's is fi?
Yes.
Did you? Didn't
No, for you, yeah, but that's like your first dance.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty fun though.
That
Yeah.
was trash.
Alright, thank you.
That was
Joe,
the
for
most
shitting on
trash
my,
dance I've ever been
Yeah,
to.
bro, you'll have so much better.
You'll have
dances.
so many
It
better.
was better
like,
than homecoming.
if you had fun there, if you had,
Oh yeah, it was better than homecoming in a lot of our experience.
well,
But I
for
mean-
me, yeah, but I mean,
Here, I'm trying to think. Because I don't think that's actually my favorite memory from it. No, probably the 8th grade dance.
Yeah, that's probably a good one.
Because, like,
It was really chill.
at first I felt like Sadie's was more fun, but I feel like the 8th grade dance was, like, a better memory because, it was literally in everyone in 8th grade came except the people we didn't like, which was awesome.
But like,
One of the kids I disliked the most was on a cruise, so, hallelujah.
Is that the kid who choked you?
Yes. But anyway, the 8th grade dance.
yeah, the 8th grade dance was fire.
The 8th grade dance was great.
Thank you.
But yeah, it was a great drinks. But
Also,
yeah. 8th grade dance was a good sum of my 8th grade year, so it's definitely like everything about the 8th grade year was in it, and it was just So.
Okay, who's next, Joe?
Yeah, sure.
All right, here we go. Passing it off to my lovely wife. She's a fly MC and the love of my life.
Okay. Anyways, so
That's good.
I honestly,
I'm sorry.
honestly, one of like my favorite memories, just like by far, was just hanging out in the hotel room with like
Yeah, that was fun. Oh yeah, so
D
the sophomores.
McGee and
Yeah, talk about the sophomores.
Juan and Ben and all of them were like, and Joe Brenner, and that was just like, that was so much fun. Oh shoot.
It's alright. We can
And
leave.
Joe.
Yeah, other Joe. And yeah, so basically Juan brought like a Roku stick.
And we got to watch horror movies.
We watched horror movies.
And it wasn't even just that, it was just the talking, like deep
The
talks,
boy.
laughing talks.
Wait, we had like the best deep talks ever.
And we had really good like laughing, like just like joking.
Who's next? Jacob.
I don't wanna,
You don't get to say we the
Second
North and
last.
then do
Okay,
that.
here's
I
Adam.
don't know.
Adam,
You
what's
know
your
your favorite? Just think of like one
He
thing that
said
you really like.
favorites. I wasn't done.
No, I said one.
Wait, he can say another one. He
All
can
right,
say
yeah,
another
Joe
one.
has
Another Joe.
Joe's attention horny, so he's gonna give us another.
Zuh.
I'm kidding. I kid.
I have kids.
am a
I gave
kid.
Adam
I
a
have
thing of something
children.
too.
I children you not.
Okay,
Okay.
so honestly, another thing was just like whenever we just did like stupid, like I know it sounds dumb, but like whenever we just like did something stupid, like for example, like even though it was like stupid, like when we went down to McDonald's, like in the hood, like that was hilarious.
That was awesome.
That was so much fun. When I jumped in a or not jumped, but I fell into a lake, like that was hilarious. Like when
Waving through the window.
waving
Joe
through
getting
the
in trouble.
window, like
Oh, dude, Pat, you scared
Pat
the crap
threw-
out of
Pat
me.
just scared
Pat
the shit out of all of us.
throwing wet paper towels while I'm pooping in the stall.
Oh yeah.
That many times.
Yeah, like, just simple stuff backstage, saying I'm gay now over Snapchat to my ex, like, just all that stuff, like, just doing stupid stuff this year was,
Yeah,
like,
bro,
the
that's
majority
the
of, like, making me happy, so.
Stop knocking on the
Patrick.
wall, Patrick. You're scaring
Like,
us all.
I heard
like
it upstairs and there was rapid fire, so I'm like, dude, my parents, if they were coming down here, they would not sprint, so I'm like, dude, is there an intruder in here? Because
Yo.
you're like,
I really like what you said about that. I think you often have the most fun when you just don't really care about what everybody around you is thinking about you or saying about you.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you're just like living in the moment and just being yourself, that's when you're the most happy.
This
Yeah.
is true.
alright, if we're playing that game, then, if the 8th grade dance is like the one singular, event that I'd say is probably my favorite in the 8th grade year, I'd say that just as a whole, Fridays were my favorite thing throughout the entire year.
Oh, because of choir and art.
Of course.
Yeah, like what Fridays, you guys, I know a lot of you guys may hate a lot of aspects of Fridays, but that's because you're in freshman year, and I have a very different perspective in Fridays. So for those who don't know, my mom's a teacher. Me and Jake's mom is a teacher at our school. So on Fridays I get there super early, like at 10 o'clock, which for a day I actually don't have to go on is super early. In the optional classes I actually signed up for at those days are at like 1 and 2 o'clock.
Yeah, so you got there like 3 hours early. And
Yeah,
just,
I get
like,
there
hung
3
out.
hours early, but the other faculty kids who go through the same thing get there early. Those have become like my best friends, and
Oh, like.
because I'm always like stuck hanging out with them, and it's just become some of the best memories because we have nothing else to do, so we just make the best of it, and it's such a good time. So that's, as a whole, that's my favorite memory of 8th
Yeah, I
grade.
like that. Yo, Pat, you next?
Sure.
Alright, here comes Pat actually talking like for once. Alright, here we go. Passing off the mic. Literally just threw Pat's hat into
It's
a
my
printer.
hat.
Oh yeah, it's yours.
He's eating a cookie.
Hey, don't do an ASMR, Pat. We don't want this. Oh my
Oh god.
Hope you're enjoying this.
Okay, is that your best moment of the year?
No, probably just basketball.
Yeah, basketball's fun.
Yeah, that was fun, too, just
Yeah.
hanging out with y'all.
And next year, since we're not gonna be freshmen and we're a lot better
Gabe,
skilled.
stop saying that. It's
Dude,
literally
it's-
not gonna happen. Oh my god.
Alright. What do you mean?
What do you mean? You're still gonna be freshmen?
Freshmen, we're gonna get like 20 minutes of playing.
No, we're not gonna say. I'm not saying we're gonna get 20 minutes, but we're gonna get more minutes.
I
Yeah,
don't know
Coach
about-
loves you, Pat. You're literally Coach's son that he always wanted
Alright.
because his children are like 4.
Alright, Pat, besides ASMR,
Literally,
what is your
literally
favorite
have a
thing
son
to
that's
do?
18.
He said basketball.
Okay.
Oh, you said basketball? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying
Alright,
attention.
Adam's next.
Basketball.
I don't even
Sorry,
know what to
Pat,
say,
I love
honestly.
you and
Just
my
like,
bot.
hey,
Say
shut
one
up.
you like.
Yeah, just say like
make
say like a good moment.
One thing I liked throughout the year was tennis. I don't know. that
Yes,
was fun.
tennis was the best.
That is pretty cool.
Me,
Yeah, tennis
Jacob, and
was
John would just like
really
hang
good.
out.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we were the squad. We would just go around.
Tennis might have been
One
my
time,
favorite
one
memory,
time
but-
we were like really doing bad. We went in this giant parade across the sidewalk, just shouting anger and wrath.
Alright.
Like John was just like anger.
Yeah,
Amazing.
that's
I know it's kind of gay, but
I
it's pretty
enjoy
fun.
tennis a lot, and it might have been my favorite memory of the year, but not a lot of my 8th grade friends that I was really close with did it, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Like one, and they leave immediately, and I had to stay afterwards because
Yeah.
Jacob had
Do you have
it.
any more or
I don't know. In general, like same as Henry with Fridays at least.
you
Yeah.
like Fridays?
I did.
With the
just
double
because-
choir?
Well, okay, I'm in tech.
Oh, that's true. You're
I'm in
yeah.
tech,
Adam was a
and on
tech
Fridays,
nerd.
We don't have to do anything.
Yeah, that's true. You would just sit there and talk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing.
Like on some of the days, me, Emily, and Scott would literally just go into like the far
You
back
can't say
one.
that.
Oh yeah, Miss Mahogany's room. Yeah,
Yeah, we'd literally just go in there and sit there for an hour,
that's really cool.
just for like
Just,
the
like,
whole time
talk, yeah.
Dude, I love Mrs. Beep's room.
Okay, so my best moment, and like this is gonna get like deep, and like I feel like people know where this is coming from, and it's like basically where I got like my best friend of the year. No offense, Joe. I mean, you're like my main man. I love you like to death.
What was it, Diana?
No, it's not Diana.
Diana.
I mean, Diana and I are chill, but like she's not my best friend. Pat, will you stop rustling your Chex Mix bag? Here comes more Pat Chex Mix
Yes, I
ASMR.
actually want some. Give me.
wait,
yeah.
wait.
Move your ass.
So,
Ow!
Oh,
Pat,
shit.
I'm gonna
Pat's
burn
going
your
down.
fake balance.
Oh my god. You're actually trash, Pat. This is where I like met my best, or not really met, but where I basically got tight with my best friend, who's also Adam's sister. Oh my god, Pat, will you like?
Who is also Adam's sister.
And so yeah, basically we had a 12-hour bus ride home, back home from like the DC trip, and we basically just spent the whole time like listening to music and talking and playing Game
Did you
Pigeon.
even say?
Abby,
name?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we basically just got tight that day, and ever since then we've like talk all the time, and we're like super chill.
So you want
And
to expand on that?
I mean,
Can you trade us
not right now.
bags?
But so basically, she's also like helped me with like a lot of shit that's happened this year, and like
You want punch?
I can't like ever repay her in any way, and I feel like if that bus ride like never happened, I don't think I'd be where I am right now. And I know that sounds like hella deep, but like I mean it from the heart. And yeah, here's Jacob with his
That
best
was
moment of
amazing.
the year.
Alright, guys, silence for
Also, I liked Luke saying "John, get off of her" backstage and making everyone crack up, even if no one else likes Luke.
silence for our host.
Oh yeah, here's
He's
our
gotta
host.
finish this episode off.
Good
I could
conclusion.
Hey, thanks for sticking around, y'all.
I could say any of the moments really. Then I was just hanging out and being myself with my friends. But ultimately, I think the best parts were the tough parts, where I was just kind of alone in the school after hours, which I was often because my mom has like meetings. Gabe, I know what context you're trying to provide.
I'm sorry. I'm so
See, that's how I feel when y'all are like talking while I'm talking.
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, Gabe just said something really deep, and you're crumbling chick mucks the entire time. Anyways,
This is true.
mm,
I keep going, Jacob. We're all
so it was like after hours, I would just walk around school, listen to music, and just kind of pondered what it was all like, you know, because some. Why are you sticking my Harry Potter wand up your damn
your
butthole?
Dude, that's a callback.
That's a clap.
You have to edit it out. We can't remake it.
No, Pat's not OG enough for that joke.
Yeah.
Shut up, Pat.
Okay, continue, Jacob. All right, we're listening.
I would simply walk around the schools. This was about 8 o'clock at night. I'd walk around the school, outside and in. I would wander to the halls. I would just listen to music. And through the entire thing, I wouldn't say a word. I would just kind of just wander through these vacant halls these places where I spend all this time with my friends, and I kind of see that it's really, I think, I think that was kind of my favorite memory. It was just kind of like it being completely silent, it being completely empty, and even though this is a place where I shared so much anxiety and pain, because it's school, you know. Shows that
an easy hiding spot after hours. Is
it shows how happy I was to have friends, even though.
See that I'm sure like you actually were feeling that, but like to me like not like you can cut this out like that just doesn't make sense to me like so like you're saying like not like this isn't like don't take it the wrong way, but like you were happiest when you were without us.
No,
he's saying he's happiest like when school wasn't
Yeah,
actually
he was
school.
walking around the empty
No,
house,
just
like,
one of my best
remember-
memories was just kind of like walking around, listening to music in the empty hallways. It was amazing.
It's like pondering memories of you guys. And
Yeah.
being happy what this
We have a
was
couple,
gave him.
Jacob.
Yeah, I was. Yeah,
We
I
all love Jake.
I'm just grateful for
Dude,
the.
I'm not like judging you.
Yeah.
I was just trying to understand what you're
We love a Socratic
Yeah,
sister.
I'm just kind of grateful for everything you guys have done for me. And even like after hours one time, I literally sat down and I played piano backstage for 2 hours.
You know what you did.
You know what?
No, like I actually just
Piano?
I literally just played piano backstage for 2 hours, and I felt like 5 minutes.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
I
was
like
amazing.
seriously like that. That's a great way to end this podcast too.
Yeah.
Well, not the whole podcast, but like this episode.
Yeah. So any of you guys have any final thoughts?
You want to talk about food?
Any of you other guys have final thoughts?
Legitimate. I just
Final
think here I got
thoughts
something.
from Joe, my penis.
Hey, shut up. I got something like really deep actually. So like this year, even though it was freshman year and like teachers were plates of ass just handed to us and forcing us to eat like information that they gave
Any
us.
comment on that analogy?
Give me a, they were
I was
yes.
about to say.
They'd serve us plates of ass and we were forced to eat the knowledge that they gave us. I don't know, some weird ass like description I just came up with. But even though like school itself sucked, this year was probably like one of my most like the year where I most improved as a person. And like yeah, like I went downhill a ton this year and like I was like much more charismatic last year and stuff, but I learned a lot more about people and like just about everything at the end of I actually loved this year, and as much as I hated being in school, I loved the idea of being at school with like low-key, I will eat the wand in a minute, Joe. Low-key, I feel like I would give up like sure, I would give up Joe's for everyone there.
I meant yours, but
Oh, my for like I'm not gonna go on and giving up my but like I would give up a ton of shit for like everyone in the school that I cared about to like stay happy and stuff. And like I just kind of wanted to branch out on that and say like that really helped like this year with me. Like the beginning of the year I was like probably one of the most stressed people in all of high school because I didn't understand where we were at and like what we were doing. But like nowadays, I mean, if I had the same knowledge I do now at the beginning of freshman year, I'd probably be like Anna. And like I just can't wait to see what's in store the next 3 years at my school because it's not freshman year and it should be a lot easier on us. And like people have been saying that sophomore year is easier than freshman year, which I don't 100% believe, but like yeah. So I'm gonna stop talking because I don't want to bore you guys and ignore that fucked up voice crack that Pat just went ooh for. So let's not applaud because I'm a man of humility and I do not need that. Jacob, you can conclude because you are not the co-host, you're the actual host.
I'm a humble man. I have such humility.
I think it's really cool how like even though we could dread every moment of school and want to leave every single time we're there, we can still want to give up like a lot of shit for this place.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool to know that even though it's something that gives you so much pain and suffering, you can still cherish it for what it is. It's kind of cool. Anyways, that's Cram.
to loving/hating high school at the same time.
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
Amen.
In Santa Claus we pray.
In the name of the
That was
Father.
very gay.
And the Son and the Holy Spirit, I love people. Goodbye. It's the last thing they hear. Alright.
Oh, I love this podcast.